Good morning and welcome to this edition of Scrapbook TV. Today we're going to be talking about calendars. And what's great about this calendar set is it's for 2018, but by changing out the grid, as you can see, there's each of these things has a layer on here. So we could take off this grid and replace it with a different year if we wanted to. But if you haven't, it's still early enough in 2018. If you haven't scrapped your calendar yet and you still want to, you totally can. We're only, a month and a half in. So I mostly just want to walk through the different steps of creating this. So I've set them up like a template with the different layers, the grid, and then elements on top. And we have the bottom half and the top half. Now, I will say that unless you're printing at home, it's very hard to find a printer company that will print your custom bottom grids. I think it's just easier for all of them to use their own, and they have it set up that way. I used to do it through Arts Cow, but they've become a lot more complicated to use, so I wouldn't recommend them. Shutterfly is great and easy and have great prices, and they process easily, but they no longer allow you to add the grids. So I'm just have this here so that you see that it is an option, and you would just layer it and scrap it like you would a template. So you would, slide on a paper, for example, and you could scrap it. I do like to print mine a lot of times at home, and so this can work great. You'd have to, figure out your printer settings to do the double-sided. But if you want to have them be, to really match well, then I would recommend printing these at home. So we're just going to move this down. And I forgot, because it's rectangle, even though the size is big enough, it doesn't pull in exactly the right way. So we're just going to come over here and we're going to do select all, edit, copy, and then we're going to come back to our grid, edit, paste, and that should cover the whole bottom half. There we go. And then we'd move up and do the same for the top. So I'm going to show you actually how to scrap the top half, but it's very similar to go back and do the bottom if you want to have it to match. So I'm just going to start here at the bottom, and I'm going to have it be the same. I'm going to paste. So just edit and paste the background, and then I'm going to come over here, and we're going to do this white one. And you can go up here to select and all, or you can do Command A, and that puts the marching ants around it, and that selects it, and then Command C. And come back over here and Command V to paste. And then we're just going to create a clipping mask so that it clips it there to it. Okay, and now you would put your photos in for here. And now, because these are smaller pieces, we can slide these up. So I'm going to slide up this striped paper for, oh man, that is really going slow. Or you can do a different color paper. We'll see how it looks with the stripes. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be sliding up. It's just really working slow today. Okay, so we slide it over and create a clipping mask. Oh, and that was the wrong layer. So we're going to take it down to the paper one and create clipping mask. Okay, there we go. Now we'd continue to scrap these. I'm going to come back to this one and Command A, Command C. Come back to this little paper and Command V. And do a clipping mask. And I'm going to do the same on this red one. Okay. And then another photo there. Now these top ones, I'm going to go to the very top of this template and it says delete this layer. So I'm just going to do just that. I'm going to delete it and it takes off those things there. Now for January, I'm going to actually, I think I'm going to open up another part of the kit and do, I'm going to do this, let's see, the purple. And then I'm just going to do Command A, or Control A if you were in a PC, Command or Control C, Command or Control V. And now I can clip this to my January and it matches better. And it's got a border already in place and I'm just going to leave that right there. Then these other items, the stars and the hearts, I'm just going to use the different little elements that I have down here. So for the star, I can look and see where the star is by clicking on this eye. And you can see where it came off right here. So I'm going to slide over. Oops. See if this goes any quicker. I'm going to slide over this snowflake. That wasn't too bad, but it puts it way down on a different level. So I'm just going to move that up on top of the star. And then on tool options, I'm going to do show bounding boxes so that I can make it much smaller. There we go. And I'm going to, if you remember to, because we're going to be getting rid of the star anyway, so this little FX, that's the style. I can just slide it up and it takes it off the star, which I can now take and drag up to my garbage can. And the snowflake, I can drag up and put here. Okay, so now I come down and heart is next, and it's this heart right here. And I'm going to put the little snowman there. Okay, and it did put it in the right place. It's the bounding box. I'm going to make them just a little bit smaller to fit better there. Okay, I'm going to move my style up there and then drag the heart up to the box, the garbage can, and then move down my snowman. Okay, moving right along. Next we've got this tab, and I think I'm going to do the striped paper. But I'm going to make it a little smaller before I move it. I'm going to resize image size, and I'm going to do about 1200. So it's about 4 inches by 4 inches. And then I'm going to do the Control A, Control C, and Control V. Drag it up over there, and I'm going to clip it. And see, it's already, because it's in template format, it's already got the shadow applied. Okay, so now all we have left are these two stars, and I'm going to do some snowflakes. I think I'm going to do the purple snowflakes over here. And just make sure that it's above my star. I've still got my bounding box. I'm going to just make it smaller. Okay. Now I can actually duplicate this by clicking and dragging up here to the new layer, and it creates 2 of them. And that way I can put one above each star and move my shadow on those, and then drag the stars up. And I can move my snowflakes in their place. Oops. And the other snowflake. Okay, so now my calendar top is done. I just need to clip my photos to the 3 photo areas, which I will do before saving. and then it is ready to be printed, and I can just repeat with the other months. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Scrapbook TV. Watch for other episodes to help walk you through the different steps of digital scrapbooking.